Yo, what up, y'all? Welcome to the Lyricist Podcast. You are now rocking with me and my co-host Kay Spiffy. Kay Spiffy, what's going on with you, man?
What's up, people? What's up? What's up? Another day on the pod. Hope y'all having a good holiday.
And if y'all have not been keeping up, you got two ways to keep up with the pod before we spread it out a little bit more, especially like the visual, is on YouTube here. And also you can catch it on Twitch. So twitch.com / I_am lyricist. So yeah, man. So what's on your mind, homie?
Uh, Not much. Just Christmas. The holidays. People, please be safe.
Oh
People,
yeah.
please be responsible for what you're gonna do. Think about what you're gonna do something before you do it. Obviously. Um, and if you're gonna do something wrong, do it right.
That was an oxymoronic statement. I was just like, you know what? If you're gonna do some fucked up shit, make sure you do it at the highest level possible. Hey, ain't no half stepping. Ain't no
No,
half stepping.
you gonna commit. You better, commit. Like
Right.
it is. I don't know. I'm just
Yeah,
chatting.
no, it's cool. So today, what we doing, guys? We are going to do our top 5 best rap albums and worst rap albums of 2023. So my list is going to be different from Kay's list, and we're going to go from there. So, but before we dive into that, we're going to, talk about a couple things. So I know you said you had some things you wanted to chat about prior to us getting into this these lists here, because our lists have been triggering people lately. So,
Man, your list, not mine. Your
hey,
list.
hey,
I'm just
believe it or not,
associated with you. I'm associated.
believe it or not, there was a lot more people that agree with me on the tier list than what you expected.
I mean, hey, there's a lot of people. We're in two different spectrums of rap talk, so
We are, we
we
are.
are. We're actually two different. Like in my opinion, you appeal to the more casual fans. That's just me.
You think so?
I think you appeal to more casual fans. Me, I think I appeal to more diehard purist fans that are
I
more
don't know. I don't know. I think I got a nice little chunk of purists. I got a chunk of purists that
mm,
follow me. Sometimes,
bombastic
man,
Sandal.
they get so pissed that I talk to the casuals, man. They're like, why you let that guy up on the panel? He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Now, the casuals I avoid. Especially, look, man, look, I've come across some casuals. 90% of the time, the casuals got fucking Drake in their top 10 of any list. Oh, he's a top 10 lyricist. He's a top 10 greatest performer. And the guy doesn't perform. He has a great setup, but it's like, come on, man. It's like, that's not even
Mm.
a true conversation. So,
I mean, we both agree on that.
mhm.
We both
Me and you
agree.
both agree that MF Doom lyricist top 10.
We have to see a list, but like I said, MF Doom does some things that I don't agree with. But
You don't,
again,
wow.
I wouldn't be mad at that list. I would have to see who's on the list in order to concur or agree.
Right. Sure. But we've had this conversation many times on
Yeah,
TikTok.
I could definitely see it. I could definitely. I also believe MF Doom is top 10 New York rapper ever. That's just me though.
I mean, that's a fair assessment. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
because I've seen the pool. I have to see the pool he's in to make
mhm.
that argument. So
Even
that's just me.
influential. I think he's in that conversation influential as well, especially for the underground scene,
Oh
because
yeah,
it's like,
underratedly so.
yeah, underrated, underground movement. He's definitely top 10 for me, you know.
I respect it.
So,
Hey, I respect it. But
uh,
what did you want me to do? Ask a question, right?
well, you said you had some questions that you want to throw out there. So,
Oh, okay, so and we'll be quick because we don't want to consume the whole entire time.
now
But
take your
like,
time.
um, yeah, if you could compile a rapper like
Mhm.
attribute from attribute, um, discography, voice, all of that, like basically compile a build of a rapper. So for example, their background.
Mhm.
Let's say like MF Doom. This rapper is gonna be underground. Another category would be, how does his voice sound? Oh, he can sound like, I don't know. He can sound like, let's say Andre 3000 or
Okay.
Kanye, whatever. What does he sing like? He could sing like Drake. And just again, we're just gonna focus just on the attribute that we're talking about. Or he'll rap like Nas or a peak Eminem or like like Andre 3000, like any, like, you get what I'm saying, right? Does
Yeah,
that make
yeah,
sense? Okay,
yeah.
so
So I mean, if so, it's a prototype rapper. So if
if
you was
you
to
could
build your
build
perfect
your
rapper,
if you could build your quote unquote perfect rapper, how would you build him? Like,
in my opinion, the closest thing to it is Andre,
as in like all around, right?
all around.
Okay, how would you make Andre better? Like, what would you add to him? Even though he's already fucking good, but
Yeah,
yeah,
and that's why I said like the closest thing to that is Andre for me, because it's like I feel like, you know, lyrically he can compete with anybody, and that includes Eminem. I think Eminem's lyricism is not comparable to many, because the guy does so much with his lyrics. He can fit shit in places that's not supposed to fit, and
pause.
it still sounds good. You know, he said pause.
Go ahead, go ahead, go
So
ahead.
I was clear about the lyrics, so pause for you. Uh, but you know, I think he does a good job with the lyricism. I think that lyrically, Andre is superior to Nas. I like his flow, I like his cadence, and I like his ability, his overall performance. I think a lot of people gotta look at Andre as the prototype. Now, do I always get with his like his style and everything, like the whole flamboyant stuff? No, it's not me. But you know, it's him, and it's a part of what a great artist is. They're able to step outside of that box. So I think Andre has all those attributes as far as lyricism, being able to sing, his ability to write, produce, and you know, entertain the crowds. I think that he is the closest thing to like the perfect rapper.
Let me. Can
Which
I add some? Can I add something to you?
we need a fucking album.
Yeah,
Go
but
ahead.
can I add one thing? Is it
Yeah,
crazy if you say let's say like you take a bunch of attributes from Andre 3000,
mm.
but you add the longevity of a YB? Is that crazy?
Was no, I before I add, I would add Too Short's longevity before I add
Oh, because
YB's.
okay. Well,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, if you had 36 albums of Andre, that's not bad.
That
Now
ain't
we're not
bad.
asking for the quality. We're not asking for YB's quality. No, we're not. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm just
I know what you're
saying.
saying. Yeah.
I'm just saying, as in the length of a career.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. Or like
Yeah.
you could choose another rapper that's applicable to your argument. You could use Lauryn Hill. Like, what if Lauryn Hill just had the longevity of just, I guess, any rapper. I guess like Eminem or Jay-Z, like any rapper that has like at least like a 10 year run. Like
Mhm.
if you had 10 years of Lauryn Hill, that's not bad.
No, it's not. It's
Yeah.
not. But also,
Yeah.
that's the crazy part about Laura Hill. She's such a fucking anomaly, bro. Her
Yeah.
doing less was the best thing. It was the best thing. I think it worked better for her
Mm-hmm.
career because she's highly regarded, really, really, like, you know, she's special. She can still sing, she can still rap, you know, with the best of them, but also she gives a energy to everything that she does that, you know, it will kind of make you think, wow, why aren't the other artists performing up to this standard? Why aren't they meeting this standard and she's done less? So that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
what about you?
I want more from her. I always wanted more from her.
Mhm.
I understand her situation. I heard it's not fair, but
Yeah, the health shit, the health, and also, you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
playing with the labels.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, I always wanted more from her. I mean, she could have like maybe transferred to maybe the Fugees, and then I would have accepted her then, because maybe the Fugees could have had a longer run, maybe. But it's not like
Yeah,
the Fugees
I
were
think
bad.
she outgrew the Fugees, and that's
Mm-hmm.
why she kind of went the path that she went.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a lot of issue amongst them too. So it's good that the shit's resolved now. If they were to ever like do another Fugees album, all of us would want that. I think all of us would accept that.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
we would know why we're there. They would know
Yeah,
why we're there.
yeah. They would know why we'll legitimately be there for Fugees.
For the
We love
Fugees as a
Lauren.
whole, or
Yeah,
not
as
Lauren
a
Hill.
whole, people love Fugees, man.
Yeah, I like the Fugees too, but if we're being honest, I'm only there for you know who. Like,
For Lauren, and that's where I think the
yes.
generational gap is. It's like well, my generation is like we love Lauren, we want
Mhm.
Lauren,
Yeah,
but if we got a Foodies album, like oh shit, we got Foodies album. Oh, okay, that's dope.
oh yeah,
That means that
I
means we're one step closer to a Lauren album,
maybe.
maybe. But that brings us one step closer because the Foodies, they had some shit too, man. They
Yeah,
was fire.
they definitely
They was
did,
fire together. So
they definitely did. I just felt like Lauren just stuck out. That's just me.
yeah, hell yeah, she stuck. I mean, but the thing is, it's like when a group broke up, it's not that they all weren't destitute. They all had pretty good careers following
Okay.
that. But it's just that I think that if they were to come back together,
Mm-hmm.
that would be something that's good for hip hop. And the true purists like, oh fuck, this is dope. And we can live with a Fuji album and never get a Lauryn Hill album because we still at some point got a part of who
Lauren
she
Hill.
is
Yeah.
as a collective with Wycliffe and the rest of the guys. That's like a part of the group. So
Facts.
I think we can live with that. So
Facts.
it's
Facts.
it's kind of like you heard about Mad Lib and Black Thought getting ready to drop an album together.
Oh, like recently? Like,
Yeah, just
oh
announced it.
damn.
Just announced it.
I'm gonna look so forward to that. Oh man.
Yeah. So
We should
that's
do an anticipated album of the year
next go round. Yeah,
next
we will.
pod. Yeah.
Yeah, we will.
Most
So,
anticipated albums next year.
hell yeah, shit. That's one of mine because I had it on my TikTok. I shared it. I mean, it was going crazy. People go, oh
Oh,
shit, yeah. Like
you should have shared that to me.
I want to send it to you. Yep, I send it to
Okay.
you.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I put it in my story so everybody can see it. Anytime like it's new albums and stuff like that coming up, I always share that stuff. Like the Tiny Desk shit, I shared that from Scarface. That was amazing, bro.
I love
That's
Tiny Desk. I love
yeah,
Tiny
Tiny
Desk.
Desk. You know what? Tiny Desk is doing right by the hip hop artists though.
They
They
really
they
are, and
do
they're
it.
choosing the right artists too.
They're choosing the right ones, man.
They're choosing the right ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's so consistent. Like, and it's so simple. Like, no big ass crowd, nothing going crazy. So
Yeah.
marketable. Like,
Yep.
hey,
Yep. That's the way you do it.
yep.
All right. So let's transition here because we're gonna get ready to start working on our list. But I briefly want to talk about the Jonathan Majors, verdict. He was found guilty. I would say third-degree assault, pretty much reckless assault. So he injured his ex-girlfriend's finger while trying to get away from her. Pretty much in a nutshell. So they consider that to be reckless. Him pushing her off and all the other stuff. I always tell gentlemen this: like when you're in a situation and it's toxic and it appears to be toxic, do not add to that. Do not add any physicality because by you being a man, you'll be viewed differently. You'll be viewed differently. So in that situation, even though they had video footage of him running 6 blocks to get away from her, it was the initial break off of him breaking away from her that caused her finger to get injured. And he was charged for that. But everything else was thrown out. It was no intent there. He was not a violent individual like the other charges that the prosecutor was trying to get. It was more or less, it was an accident that occurred while he was trying to get away. And ultimately it cost him his job, in his spot in, Hollywood for the most part, because people don't understand that his charges is not from him being a vicious woman beater. It's from him pretty much trying to get away from a toxic like situation, but he just didn't think about the outcome of running from a person to breaking away from them. So I'm not sure how much you've heard of that, but I figured that I'll touch on that and also try to clear up some of the misinformation, because there's a ton of misinformation about what's happening with the case. I tell you, people, look into it, research the shit, don't assume anything. So I waited for all the evidence to come out, and the final verdict. Yeah, he was guilty of something, but he wasn't guilty of what people were saying he was guilty of. So it's pretty much it. But it's fucked up, because at the end of the day, you figure like you should be safe and not get charged for anything if you're running away from somebody, if you're trying to stay away from some shit. But in this situation, he kind of lost out. And I kind of feel bad for the individuals that's on TikTok that's, having these conversations and not, given the full scope and just being a part of the misinformation. And it's our job as anybody, that's doing podcasts or any form of media to give the right information. Don't sit on here and just try to, oh yeah, this person deserves to be blackballed. He should never chose to be with that certain individual because of color of their skin and blah, blah, blah. I just tell you, people, educate yourselves before you make a decision, and don't just jump out in front of the first thing because it's smoking. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Look into the reason why, how that shit started. So now that we're done with that, I guess we get to our list now, unless you want to talk about that a little bit more. I know that wasn't your thing, so I just want to throw it out there.
No. It's always good to know something that especially a perspective, because a lot of people just want to harp on a popular argument, and then until you do research for yourself. So but like, yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Let this be a lesson to anyone that if you have a job, or if you have something that is definitely you're getting revenue for, don't let it come between you and your resources. It's best to hey, I know this ain't funny, but it's best to run 6 feet away from somebody than
6 blocks.
to 6 blocks, if that's even better. But like, yeah, you avoid what you can't avoid. Don't if you can't face your problems, face it right. Don't face it in a way that's going to get you locked up and fired, if that makes sense.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so
pretty much. So all right, so we're gonna transition to our top 5 best and worst albums. So let's start with Kay. I know you've been dying to do this. I just did my rant about the Jonathan Majors thing. Huh?
Honorable mentions first.
Honorable mentions first. Okay.
Yeah, because that's what most people do. So for my honorable mentions, I have a couple here.
All right.
I have K Tremine,
okay,
by Amine and K Trinata. I feel like that was a solid record. Glorious Game by Black Dot. That was a solid record as well. Danny Brown's album.
Quanta.
Yep, that album, solid record as well. And then for the last one that I have, actually, it was actually 3 more. Yeah, no, actually, I'll go with 2. So I thought Metro Booming Spider-Man, I thought that was a good soundtrack for the year, especially with the down year in music that we had. I thought it was solid. I thought it was a solid album. And then another one I will give a nod to the Dreamville X Creed 3 soundtrack. I thought that soundtrack was, again, for the take that back. No. Slow Tie by Ugly. I mean, no, okay. Ugly by Slow Tie. Sorry. What I said? Why did I say that?
It's all right. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm sure they got you too.
That's about it.
All right. So your top 5 best and worst?
No. Oh, we're gonna, okay, so how about we do this? Let's You give your. We'll take turns. So I'll
Oh,
really.
I have a whole list.
I know. We'll reveal my 5, and then you reveal your 5, and then my 4, so on, so on. Like if that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, I'm gonna throw mine's up on the screen, so I'm gonna
Oh,
share my screen and we can go from
well,
there.
yeah. Share it at the end. Share it at the end if you don't mind.
Okay,
So
all right.
make it build suspense if that makes sense.
Make it build suspense.
Yeah.
All right.
But
So
your honorable
you want me to
mention,
do
sir.
my honorable mentions? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So give me 1 second. I'm pulling it up here.
Okay. There was
Hopefully,
some bad album. There was some bad albums this year, bro.
there was a ton of bad albums.
I
It
can't
was
wait.
it
I
was a
can't wait.
ton.
I
So
love hating. Don't you just love hating?
honorable mentions for best albums. I have Joie Dyer by Earl Sweatshirt and
Ooh.
Alchemist.
Oh,
Pink Friday 2.
yeah.
Scary Hours 3.
Okay.
Just the
Okay.
6
Okay.
songs. Not the entire album, just the 6 songs. I have Quanta by Danny Brown and Utopia.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
So that's my honorable mention. Now, do you want my worst?
Honorable worst mention? Do you have
No.
that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a ton of bad fucking albums. I didn't want to focus on it too much.
So it's basically bad albums that could have made the top 5 list that were
Yeah,
bad. That's
that were
okay.
awful.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Shoot it. Shoot it.
Decided to by NBA YoungBoy. Night Shift by Larry June. The Brave 2 by Tom McDonald and Adam Calhoun.
That being an honorable, that's an honorable mention to you.
As worse, yeah.
You got it. Hey. Oh wait, there's actually. Oh, I forgot. There is more. There's way more.
A ton.
This is a bad rap and hip hop.
This is a horrible fucking year. And for me, just to nail it down, is the 3 honorable mentions of worst albums of the year.
I guess. If you don't, are you done or you?
I'm done. I'm
But
I'm not. I didn't reveal my best albums and worst albums yet. So
okay. If I could add one to your
my worst.
Yeah, to the honorable mention worst because I didn't do mine.
Okay, go ahead.
There were some disappointing. Do you have any disappointing albums of the year? The albums that you were interested in, but you thought it would be better, but it's not. Do you have any albums like that?
I wanted Sada Baby's album to be better.
What about Too Good to Be True? Rick Ross and Meek Mill. Is that disappointing to you?
It's extremely disappointing.
Okay.
Extremely.
Do you think For All the Dogs is disappointing?
Absolutely.
Okay. What about College Park? Logic.
Oh yeah, Logic too. I was thinking about Collie Grove by Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz. So Logic,
I was gonna say that one too, but you can start with this one.
I like both of those albums, honestly.
Well,
I wasn't disappointed by them. Yeah,
I thought College Park was disappointing,
and the reason why is because
not bad, but disappointing.
The reason why is because I've gotten used to how Logic does albums. So it's like I'm never surprised by when he goes a certain route, and if he decides that he's going to be, Sinatra, that whole setup, then I know what approach he's going to take. When he wants to go towards like the conscious shit, I understand why he goes that route too. So that's why I don't really put too much stock in like, oh yeah, it's a good album, it's a bad album, because he just has a bunch of gears and he just need to figure out what type of artist he want to be. But it's a little bit too late in his career for him to be fucking doing that shit. So
my issue with Logic is I really like this dude, but when I think of him, I think of Chris Middleton.
Chris Middleton.
Yes, I
Like
think
the
I
basketball
literally
player?
yes, I literally think of Chris Middleton because
Why you
like
thinking Chris? What like mid?
no, like he's a guy that is good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he goes out his way to do there. He has these performances where you're not like that every night.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? That's how I view Chris Middleton,
So he's
or
a
at
mid
least
all the time. He chooses to be mid.
sometimes he. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he's like the way his discography, the way I look at it. Yeah, he. Well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say some crazy shit, but
Just say it, man. It's a podcast.
no,
Say what the fuck you
no,
want to say.
like Logic. He's just inconsistent. That's just what it is. He's
Okay.
just one like Vinyl Days. I thought Vinyl Days was great. I thought Vinyl Days was a good album for him. And then he gives me this. The album before that, he gives us college. He gives us Dangerous Mind, the Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. He gives me that, but then he gives me Under Pressure. It's like it's with every good album, he gives me a bad one. With every mid album, he gives me subpar to like supermarket. Like, why would you make that? I don't know. It's a
He's a
bunch of,
confusing guy. He's
and he
that guy
has a
that makes
good
music based on his emotions, however he feels in that moment.
the dude has, and he don't have a like. He has a good and bad discography. It's weird with him. Like it's really weird. He gets a lot of hate that isn't precedented too. Like I don't like it.
Yeah, it's those are the casuals that hate him. The same casuals that hate him hate Russ. So it's like I don't even pay them any attention.
I feel like there's a lot of like albums that like because the Dangers of the Confessions Mind. A lot of people just listen to that one album and think that's his whole career. I'm like, no, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
No,
It's
it's
not.
not. He is mid at times, but his earlier work is it's like.
But
It's
you know
just
what? A lot of hate comes from the fact that he's half black
oh
and
half
half
black.
white.
That
Yeah.
doesn't really matter to me though.
It doesn't matter to us because we don't care about that. But that's been some of the
Yeah,
shit that he's lame. He's lame because he's half white.
yeah.
What? The fuck does that even
There's
mean?
there's some shit where he said, "I ain't talking games unless I'm playing Fortnite." I was like, bro. I literally put the headphones down like this. I was like, could not. I could like sometimes with him, Logic just does things that I don't know what he'd be thinking. So, but again,
He just does it.
College Park. I was just disappointed.
Okay.
But Pink Tape, I was disappointed. Because they hype. I think that was the best hype. I think that was the most hyped album this year. Like the trailer, as an anime fan, I liked it. I thought it was the dope rollout. I think it was probably the best album rollout this year. Pink Tape, would you agree?
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
But
So
it was not a solid project.
yeah. But anyways, let's go with our. You want to do top 5 best or worst first?
Let's start with your best. I'll let you
Best.
go, then I'll finish.
Well,
Because I got to put my list up. I got a whole thing set up here, so I can share it. You can see it, and they'll see it as well.
Okay. Well, I was gonna do 5 and then your 5 and then 4, but it's okay. Okay. So for my 5th spot, I actually have. This was very the worst list and the best list was actually harder, in my opinion, to make.
It was a little easier for me. It was a little easier.
It was a little. I feel like out of the worst, I was like, yes, I know I'm choosing that. Like, but like the best, I was close in quality year for everybody.
Mm.
So I had to like choose wisely. But I guess I'm gonna have to go. I know this was in your honorable mention, but I'm probably gonna have to go with Vyor Deer with Earl Sweatshirt and the Alchemist at my 5.
Okay, that's dope.
So I guess you want me to go to 4, 3, 2, 1?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I guess I got Vyor Deer.
I can tell you, I was ready to read all my shit right now. Yeah.
I'm not, but like, cause it's like I keep swapping them up and down, but like, I guess I'm just going to stand on it. 4, I actually have Glaucoma 2
Okay.
by Key Glock.
By Key Glock.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a Key Glock fan, but like when I listened to this and I saw other reviews at the time when it did come out, I gave it a listen and I actually was pleased.
Okay.
I actually definitely
I've
was
heard it.
pleased.
I've heard it. I mean, I've
Yeah,
heard him and Gunna. A lot of people's top 5.
he raps better than Gunna though, in my opinion. In my opinion, just it's not like a huge margin, but it's in my opinion. 3, I probably would go with a Killer. No, actually, sorry.
It's all right.
3, 3, I'll probably go. Oh wait, no, I messed up my list. I messed it up. I didn't. I messed up my list. I messed up my list. See, this is why. This is why. This is why. All right, I take VR out. I take VR out. I take VR out. I take
Okay.
VR out. Okay, start over. Start over. Damn, this is what. This is bad. This is so unprofessional.
There's
Damn, there's
worse
so much to
things.
cheat.
Well,
There's
I
so much.
guess while you figure that out, I'm gonna do some advertisement.
Go ahead. Go
That's
ahead.
cool with you.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So let's see. All right, y'all get a chance. I need y'all to visit my website. Go to IamLyricist.com. Copy one of these boys right here. I'm wearing it myself. Hustle over hate.
Give me one.
Oh yeah. So let me know. I got you. But yep, go to IamLyricist.com. It's also on the TikTok shop as well. So if you go to the Lyricist podcast on TikTok as well, you're able to cop it there too. There's a discount. I want to say it's a 30% discount on there. So you cop a $35, $40 hoodie for about $20. So make sure you guys go out and do that. It'd be much appreciated. So let me see, put the website up here for you. So you go to my website, IamLyricist.com, or you can head over to the Lyricist podcast on TikTok and cop it there. Just go to the shop. All right, sir. You ready?
Yeah. Okay. So at 5, I take VR out.
Okay.
It's very close though. It's very close. But I'm actually gonna start with Utopia. So 5th it'll be Utopia, and then 4 I have to move the list basically like down or up, whatever. Like, so 4, I instead of what I said, I'll say 4 would definitely be Killer Mike. So Utopia would be my 5. 4 would be Killer Mike's album, which is Mike. Mm-hmm. And then at 3, I'm gonna go Magic 3. No, wait. Okay. Yeah, Magic 3. I had to kick Glaucoma out too. I didn't want to do that, but like Glaucoma, I would definitely put like. You can make an argument like Glaucoma is better than Utopia. It's so much. It's fucking hard. It's hard. It's fucking hard. That's just me though. I feel like there are better highlights on Utopia, but it's hard, bro. But like, yeah, Magic 3 again. This is in my opinion, the best Magic album out of the 3. Mm-hmm. Solid record from Nas. Still showing you that he can still do it out of his prime, in my opinion. Great body of work with Hit Boy. The production on here was excellent. I love the lyricism on here. The features wasn't all that crazy. I believe there was only like one feature. It was like Lil Wayne, I believe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like solid Lil Wayne feature. And then number 2, I have Scaring the Hoes, Danny Brown. Also they dropped a little deal. They called it a DLC pack, but I know it's like a bonus songs or like something like that.
Yeah.
Like extra. Yeah. JPEG Mafia, in my opinion, the take I've been having is like, hey, this rapper right here, he's one of the best like up and coming rappers. That is like definitely on the younger side, or if you don't even think he's young, like he's definitely like a new age sound of the 2020s, and he's been like nothing but a model of consistency. So him with Danny Brown. Also, Danny Brown had a fantastic year of hip hop this year.
Absolutely, man. I was surprised, dude.
Yeah,
he dropped this shit. I was like, man.
Yeah, Danny Brown has been cooking this year.
Mm-hmm.
But can't you probably really love that because you're from the Detroit, so
Yeah, I appreciate it.
yeah. So shout out Danny Brown, shout out
Shout
JPEG
out Danny Brown.
Mafia.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Number
for
one.
the number one spot,
Mm-hmm.
this is from an underground rapper. I got Billy Woods Maps.
I'm not mad about that. I've been seeing
Yeah.
that all over. A lot of people believe that that's the best album of the year.
He is like literally. I'm not saying he's like Emmett Doom, but he has the appeal of Emmett Doom, where like when you hear him, you're not gonna catch it. Because at first, when I first heard MF Doom, I did not like him like at
Mm-hmm.
all. And then when I kept on re-listening and re-listening and re-listening and started understanding how good he actually is, then I became a fan. So it was like Billy Woods. Like Billy Woods is like, in my opinion, he's like Earl, where like he's not. It doesn't sound like he's interested, but he's lyrically so great and his storytelling is so great that you can get, wrapped into what he's trying to do. But like Maps, Billy Woods, like this album is like it's nice for real. It's nice for real.
All right. So you gotta tell me your worst now, man. What's the worst albums?
Oh no, you first. You first. You
Oh,
first.
okay. Hey, look, I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw my list up there. It's gonna show both.
No,
It's
no, no,
gonna-
cover it. Cover
I
the
can't
worst
cover
one.
it. I
Come
can't cover
on.
it.
Oh.
So
What can you at
hold on.
least tell? Can you at least tell it and then put it on?
Yeah. So
Like,
I would say here's my top 5 best albums of 2023. Starting at 5, Scaring the Hoe, JPEG Mafia and Danny Brown.
Okay.
At number 4, Set It Off by Offset.
Oh wow.
Number 3, Magic 3 by Nas.
Okay.
Number 2, Michael by Killer Mike.
Okay.
Number 1, Santiago by Russ.
Nah, you lost me. Well,
Yep.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that album, so I don't know.
You gotta hear it. You gotta hear it, man. I changed a lot of people's minds. Everybody I put on that album, they was like, God damn, this is Russ. I'm like, yeah, this is Russ. He normally doesn't sound like this. I know. That's because it's like, check it out. Super cohesive. It's like a story. It ain't all over the fucking place. So I recommend
You
at
wanna
least to try to listen.
you wanna go over like each one and why, right quick? Like
Well, I
briefly?
mean, I know I've already told people that the many and many reasons why Russia is like has the best album is due to the cohesiveness of it. Every one of the albums here is cohesive. It has a nice flow. The production was good. The lyrics was good. And I feel like they delivered. There was no drop offs. There was a lot of good moments with each album. And it's like for me, like Nas is like Magic 3. It just showed that he adjusted well in this time period. In that, you know, he adjusted, but he's also stayed true to himself as well. He wasn't trying to be something that he wasn't. So it's either, you can get with it or get lost. So that's what made it dope for me, like listening to an MC like him, because he gonna be the example of what longevity looks like, more so than Jay-Z. So that's what
Yeah,
it comes down to.
he's definitely more available than Jay-Z, I will say.
Yeah. I mean, and it's like he's gonna be the prototype for what it looks like to rap as long as he raps. And being able to fucking deliver six albums, even though it's with
Like a trilogy, 2 trilogies, like that's crazy.
yeah, and they were
None of
all
them bad.
consistent.
None of them bad. Yeah, none of them bad. Yeah.
That level
I
of
will.
consistency is
Mm-hmm.
undeniable.
It's crazy. It's definitely crazy.
I've never seen anybody drop 6 consecutive albums, top tier shit in hip hop. I haven't seen it. And people say, "Oh yeah, Kanye has the best catalog." Yeah, but is it consistent? Nas is more from who he is and what he has been in hip hop. No one's more consistent, in my opinion.
as in like he's the probably the all-time great that doesn't have that has the least what misses in his discography.
Yeah, he has the least misses. I
In
mean,
his
yeah, Hip
discography.
Hop is Dead was kind of weak, but other than that, people say that I Am wasn't that good, Nostradamus wasn't that good, but it's like you have to
Oh,
really go back,
Nostradamus is terrible.
you
Nostradamus is
know.
terrible.
So it's like, but it's like even I thought Nostradamus was terrible, but when I went back and I listened to it, it wasn't as bad as what I thought it was. Not in comparison to his other bodies of work. Yeah, that's just weak as shit.
I
Hip
think
Hop
that
is
is
Dead was more of
yeah,
the what happens
yeah,
after Stillmatic. That's
yeah,
just like
yeah. I think briefly touching on the Nas topic, like yeah, I think Nas has yeah, I think Nostradamus is his worst. Some people hate on Life is Good. I think Life is Good is just mid. That's just me. But you know, it's definitely more great than good than bad. Definitely. That's definitely.
and think about it. He has not run out of subject matter. He has
I
not
wouldn't
run.
even be mad if he retired. I wouldn't even be mad.
Yeah. I
He
mean,
doesn't
if
need to
if
do anything else.
no, he doesn't. I mean, because he's hovering around $1 billion too. People don't realize that. It's like
Mhm.
he was a part of the Ring deal. That's a multi-billion-dollar company. So when he sold that asset, I mean, that have him in the same discussion as Jay-Z and the rest of these guys. He just don't flaunt that shit. So it's like, his business mind is just as good as our favorite rappers. I tell people, I'm like, look, Eminem has the laziest business mind I ever seen. Yeah, he's still successful in the range. But
Mm.
being able to make the right decision consistently when it comes to putting together a body of work, putting together an album, that's what's been communicating.
Mm. But yeah, bad albums. Doo doo tier albums.
All right,
Caca
this
albums.
this is on you now, sir. This is
I
on
actually want.
you.
I actually want you to go first. If I'm the co-host.
You want me to go first? All right.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I'm gonna show the shit. Adding this shit to the stage. So we have For All the Dogs at 5. Too Good to Be True by Meek Mill and Rick Ross at 4. Little Pump 2 by Little Pump, number 3. Tied for number 2 is Coil Ray Coy and Hood Hottest Princess by Sexy Red. Number 1 for me, And They Pray For Me by West Side Gun.
Nah, bruh. Nah, I can't. Nah, nah. You missing some albums. You missing some albums.
That's why it's top 5, not top 10. It's a ton of
No,
bad fucking albums.
no. Like there are way far more albums that are worse than. First of all, the Brave 2 not being in this list is absurd, bro. That album is trash. That album sucks. That album should be on the top 5. The tie for number 2, you might as well just choose one. And then if I had to choose the one, it'd be probably Coil Rays. Cause yeah, I would choose Coil Ray because Coil Ray had in my opinion, one of the worst songs this year. So
She had one of the she had I think she had the best rollout too. She had the best fucking rollout too. The industry was trying to make her work, bro. They was
um
trying to make her work. I'm like, nope, it ain't gonna work
but
because
I
it's
would
forced.
but my top 5 and then another album. Well, I'll reveal it later. So at the 5th spot for me, I'm gonna go with Ben Lacklemore's Ben. That album was bad. Um, just a I can't believe this man beat Kendrick. That's all I look at him as. I just like, yo, he son Kendrick, bro. That's how I look at it.
That's what hurt his career too. And winning that fucked his career up.
That's insane. But Yeah, I got that album up there. Um, number 4, I actually have Little Pump 2. I feel like Little Pump 2 is also trash. We got that right. Number 3, I have what's this man's album? Number 3, I have if no, I forgot. It's his homie. I forgot. Let's see. It's Ken Carson. That Ken Carson album. I'm forgetting what the name of it was.
Wow, you think that was bad? A lot of people got that shit top 10 for the year, for like best album, which I was shocked. But yeah,
Hell no. That album. A Great Chaos. No. That Ken Carson album is terrible. A Great Chaos. I have that at 3. And then at 2, I have If Looks Could Kill by Destroy Lonely. That album, again, horrible. And then number 1, I have Brave 2 by Tom McDonald and the Calhoun dude. So that album was like, if you could put up your list again, if you don't mind. Um yeah, If Looks Could Kill is definitely worse than Meek Mill and Rick Ross's album. To be fair to your 4 and 5 spot, like the Brave 2 is just absurdly worse. Like they're not rapping better than Rick Ross. I don't know. I don't like Tom McDonald is so cringe of a rapper. Like he cannot. All he did was just glaze Eminem. That whole record.
I
That's all
mean,
he.
I agree. I mean, the
And it's
glazing was
cringe.
extra.
It's
But here's the
cringe.
problem for me. Here's the problem. The biggest problem for Rick Ross and Meek Mill and Drake, for them to be where they are in their careers and to put out this body of work, you ought to be fucking ashamed of yourself. Honestly,
Well, they're
For All the
but
Dogs was bad. It was a really bad album. It underdelivered. It was underwhelming. The features, the production, we can go down this road again. It's awful. Fucking Too Good to Be True was all over the fucking place. Just as bad as West Side Gun album. All over the fucking
oh yeah,
place.
that's another thing. West Side Gun album, it was underwhelming, but it's not number 1 bad. Like you can't tell me that Little Pump's album is better than that. I don't agree with that. I
I
don't
don't
agree
think
with that.
Little Pump album should even be on the fucking list, to be perfectly honest. I think it's just that bad. It shouldn't even be
And
talked about.
and the Destroy Lonely's album and Ken Carson's album it was horrible. There was no lyricism. They're trying to be like Cardi. Clearly, Cardi is the perfect version for that kind of lane. You're just copycatting his style because it's maybe it's a executive thing. I don't
Mhm.
know, but
Could be.
like the rage, it's filled with rage beats, but it's like a Dollar Tree version of Cardi. That's all it is. It's a Dollar Tree version of it.
It's
So
a Dollar Tree.
both of them. But
Let me move this back. I try to.
y-
There
yeah,
we go.
both of them. So looking at this list, like I think you're being too harsh on Westside, Meek Mill's, and Drake's album
For that to
when
be
it comes.
West Side last album, that shit was trash. And I fuck with West Side.
I don't think it was trash. I don't think it was trash. I just think it was just mid. Like same thing with Drake and Rick Ross. I don't think their album was trash. I think all 3 of them to some degree are very disappointing. But like there are so many albums you could have chose. Like Ben, you could have chose those.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
ain't gonna
know.
put Ben on this because it's like I
Like
haven't even
okay,
reviewed the album. That's how
okay,
much I
let
didn't give a fuck about it.
okay, let's choose an album like Conway the Machine is Won't He Do It? Like Kanye with the Machine, Won't He Do It? Or like let's say like Sundial. That's another album I didn't bring up. That's for like that was disappointing. Won't
Conway's
he?
album was better than everybody on this shit.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say to you, lyricist. Like Conway's album might be better than Meek Mill and For All the Dogs, but like in a realm where it's so much better,
Mhm.
it's yeah, it's still mid. It's still a mid project. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like Conway is better than that, in my opinion.
He's better,
Is
but his worst was better than their best, which is fucking awful. West Side Gun shit was terrible. I look, you may not agree with it, which is fine. But at the same rate of anybody that's ever heard West Side Gun shit, I don't know where the fuck this album came from. It was so like all over the place. Like, let me hurry up and record this shit so I can be done with the deal and I can retire and be done with this rap shit and just focus on my business shit. That's what it felt like. It felt like, let me get done with this. Drake shit felt like, well, I'm traveling, I'm having fun, I'm on tour. Let me hurry up and just go ahead and just put the final touches on this and put this shit out. That's what for all the he said it. He said that he literally only had 3 hours to put the fucking album together. And that's why I think it's the fucking worst, because you could tell it's his worst attempt. And he even said it. And like Meek Mill and Rick Ross, this shit was all over the place. The production was bad. The fucking like the mixes on this shit was horrible.
Are these?
It was bad,
albums? Bro. I just think if you got the Brave 2 up here, I think you should put Brave 2 up. Like Brave 2 belongs on here, and then on top of that, you kind of have 6 albums up here. So in a way, For All the Dogs isn't on the list because it's between a 2-way tie between, So if you could, I mean, Hood Hot Princess, at least it has some cohesion, but at least it's repetitive in the same sense of a topic. Where like the Brave 2 is just, bro, we heard you the first time. You think you're the modern day Eminem, but then he goes like 6 tracks deep. And the quality
and
is just trash.
He's bitching about the world and that what's going on and all
politics
the problems and that's why it's like they lucky I even gave the shit a listen, honestly. But it's even the shit with Coi Leray and like it's like, okay, look, let me equally give these women.
But then lyricist, what about Collie Grove? Like Collie Grove was another disappointing.
I like Collie Grove. Collie Grove was actually better than the top 5 here.
Yeah, but if
it make you feel better, I'll take Hood Hottest Princess and put it in fucking honorable mentions. But other than that, it's still tied up for number 2 for shittiest albums of the year.
I thought Collie Grove. You wouldn't say Collie Grove was in a mid project?
I wouldn't say it was mid. It was decent for those two. It was decent for those two. I think I gave it a 7.
I think it's a 6. But
that's why that's why you have your opinion. I have my opinion.
I just think you haven't listened to what else is bad out there. Because I know if you heard that Destroy Lonely album, for your criteria, it would not meet it. It would not.
If I made it to fucking Lil Pump shit,
just like Scarlet. You don't think Scarlet was a mid album by Doja Cat?
No, no fucking way. So Doja Cat album was pretty fucking good, bro.
You don't think that album like a 6? You don't think that album?
I think it's like a 7, 7.5. Doja Cat shit was good. It was
okay. 6. What about Jackman? Was another mid project.
Okay, so Jackman. See, here's the part where I have to kind of like critique hard. Jackman was everything I expected it to be. Everything I expected it to be. So maybe a 6.5, 7.
Come on, man.
Maybe
this album is like a 5.
But see, the thing is that you say a 5, I say a 6, 6.5.
You said 7.
No, but I said maybe. I said so. I say a 6.5, 7, maybe, because I understood the direction of the album. Do I think it's a heaping pile of shit like the rest of these albums? No, I don't think it's
a pile of mid.
Yeah, but you got to think about like if I had to compare it to Lil fucking Pump, that motherfucker's a 6.5.
But you got the Brave. You got the Brave 2 up here. You know how bad the Brave 1 is? How do you get worse than that? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, lyricist.
Okay,
The
and what I'm
Brave was
saying,
like one of the worst albums, I believe, in 2022.
I don't think Jack Man is that bad. I don't think
No,
Jack
no,
Man is
no,
that
no,
fucking.
no, no,
Yeah.
no. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think Jack. I think Jack, because I reviewed it. That was one of my first reviews when I started my YouTube channel. I reviewed Jackman and I gave it a 5. But like the problem with Jackman is he's so cliche and he's clearly ripping off Drake and Kanye with his beat selections or whatever. Like I'm
It
like,
was a safe album. He played it safe.
like
That's why I said, with him playing it safe and mimicking the other artists around him, like the worst I can give him is a 6. It's because it's like honestly, it's like just due to the consistency of the project. It was cohesive.
so what would you
Do I
give
like
Magic
his
2?
Magic 2?
Yeah.
By Nas?
Yeah, what would you give Magic
8 and a
2?
half.
The worst album of the 6, you gave it an 8.
I gave it an 8. Yeah. I don't think I don't think that Nas had a dip in his shit, especially lyrically.
Magic 2 was the worst album out of his 6 albums he dropped.
Yeah, and it was still good. That's what I'm saying. It was still good. It may not be our cup of tea, but we can't take away from what he delivered with the shit. And then for him to follow with Magic 3, which was better, way better.
We need to do an episode on your criteria, because maybe if
We can.
no, I don't. That's I think you're being too harsh.
Too harsh on who? Too
The
harsh
way
on who?
I just think you're being too harsh on the way that you grade. Again, I'm not mad. Like I'm not mad. I just feel like there are some albums that deserve to be on this. Like Young Boy's album Decided To. Like it's not the worst thing I heard this year, but it's definitely mid. Like it's a 5 or a 6 quality. Like,
And that was con because every other reviewer I see on YouTube is giving that bitch a 2 or a 3.
oh, another album we didn't talk about that was actually good was Yachty's album. Let's start here.
Yachty shit. I gave that 7.
Yeah. So
see?
we agree on that one. But
see, look at that. Look at that. This guy.
I just think you're being a little bit too harsh. That's just me.
I'm just being honest. That's my form of being honest.
But if you heard that Destroy Lonely shit and Ken Carson and especially Ben, you would literally.
Oh no, I'm not listening to Ben. I fuck that. I boycott the shit out of fucking Macklemore. No, because I already know what Macklemore is going to do. I already know what he's going to do. He's going to give you some fake fucking emotional album where he tries to be super conscious in his bullshit.
Ben is a fraud, but hey.
He is a fraud. Why would somebody give a fraud any of my attention? I'd rather listen to Scared the Hoes.
No, stop. But that's our job, bro. That's just our job. We supposed to.
I mean, look, we're
supposed to assess the field.
How did you sit through a Macklemore album?
It's my job. I don't want to. I had to sit through the Hood Hot Princess. I don't got no pussy. I had to sit through it though.
I mean,
talk about Dreadheads do it best, and all I heard was this. Like I didn't want to sit through that. I had to.
What you did,
because it's my job.
That shit number 2 for worse.
Whoa.
Stephen Pile of bullshit. Skip. Fuck that shit. Hey, look, some of that shit, I will give it a good old-fashioned industry listen. 30, 45 seconds at the most. If that shit sound terrible, skip.
No, I listen. I gotta. Well, I review it more than twice, so you can imagine my opinion.
I know. That's the hard part.
I try to give it the most fair assessment I can. That's just me.
Yeah, some albums I put a day in between. Yeah, it's like a lot of cats didn't care for Dave East shit. I thought Dave East shit was solid. I gave it a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's Dave East for what he does. And people gotta understand the industry standards is a whole lot different now. So the way I listen to shit, the way that you listen to shit is much different than everybody else's stuff. So
we got to do a podcast where we go over each other's criteria. Because
I pick shit apart. I can't pick shit apart off of lyricism alone because a lot of people.
You're not supposed to. Yeah.
I mean, because if I had to be 100% honest, 90% of rappers that's out right now are not lyrical. It's a small pocket of people that have that lyrical capability. small pocket. So
I agree, but you can still be a great rapper within your modern day or within your era to your era standards.
I
If that
think the
makes sense.
closest to that is, in this era. Oh
Mhm.
man, that's tough. Juice World.
That's not that's
So,
that you said that's not. Oh wait, of this era,
yeah,
like as a lyricist.
yeah.
Oh, it's this JID. It's JID.
JID is
JID.
not his era, man. He's from a previous rap era. He just happened to have a late start.
That your argument is applicable to Juice World as well. Juice World
I
came
know,
from the
I
2010s.
know, which is fucking sad. Which is sad. What's that say about this generation of hip hop?
I don't think this generation of hip hop is not that bad, in my opinion. I don't think
Who's
it's
the
that
best in
bad.
this generation?
It's JID. It's JID. Yes.
The guy that
What?
was on the heels, the guy that's on the
What?
heels of J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. You caught him in this shit. Okay, that's fair. Okay, that's fair.
He's his career started in 2017.
No, yeah, but how old is he?
His age doesn't matter, bro. It's a matter of we wasn't judging 2 Chainz how old he was when he first started.
I'm always judging Titty Boy.
Okay.
I love Titty Boy.
Yeah, you probably like titties too.
Don't we all?
Okay, you probably like boy with titties.
He said what? I
You
like what?
boys. You like boy
Nah.
with titties.
Nah, ain't my thing.
I see.
Ain't my thing.
Judge you, bro. It's 2023. I can't judge people. You know, you get canceled for that.
Yeah. I mean, hey, look, man, you was over there listening to all that. I bet you was over there.
No, bro. I had
Laughing too,
to.
motherfucker.
I didn't want to listen to it. Like that shit is, bro. I did not want to listen to that. It was a pain. That was one of the most toughest listens this year for me. Throughout the whole year, one of the most disturbing things. Every track. You know, she dropped the deluxe too.
Hey, that's for you, bro. That was especially for people like you.
I prefer the first version, but she added 10 songs of the same thing. I can't do it. Not the worst thing I heard though, as in cohesiveness, I guess.
Of course you would think so. Because she was over there, hands on your knees.
No, that was for all the dogs.
Oh, that was you for real? For all the dogs?
Oh no.
I'll pass.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, see, hey.
So when you upload this on your TikTok and make a live stream of it, make sure you edit this list, bro.
I'm not editing shit. I believe it as is.
No, take out the or thing. I hate when people do that, man. Take out the or thing.
What you mean or?
Like you said, like for tie for number 2, like make it just a straight 5, not like 6.
I mean, look,
in the top 5.
It's going to trigger somebody, so it's meant to trigger people.
Man, I guess.
So you guys see how conscious he is of this shit.
Hey, I'm trying to help.
Yeah, he's worried about other people's thought pattern. I'm not.
I'm really not. I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to help. I think there are way worse albums. Far worse.
Which is true. I did not take anything away from your list. I didn't tell you to move this, add that, take that out. Nope, that's your list. Is your list. See
the Calhoun, the brave Calhoun. Hey, I hope you prepared for that. Man.
Hey, you hate that shit, don't you?
I don't hate it, but I feel like
it's a bad album.
I just feel like it's a bad take.
If we extended this shit to top 10 worst albums and it was a top 10, it'd be more acceptable. But the fact is we had to work with top 5.
Yeah, and I think there's 5 worse. But it's all cool.
Which is cool. That's fine. You got a number 1 for your shit. I got it somewhere in the ether. Because it's like, if it's in the ether for me, and I want people to understand this is my criteria. If it's in the ether for me, it's because it's not important. I would have chose not to review it. But the fact is I'm reviewing this shit. so everybody can see that I'm giving certain things a chance, certain things, some energy. And I'd rather not. So
What's an underrated album for you this year?
underrated.
Just asking.
Whew, shit. What do I think?
My
I
choice
mean,
would
Earl
probably be
Sweatshirt, man. Earl Shirt. No. You know what? Tyler, the Creator, Estate Sale.
that came out.
Yeah, 9 songs. Yeah,
That came out this year.
yeah.
I mean, I don't. If that was the case, I would just put it on the list.
Mm-hmm. Underrated. Came out
Well,
this
let's
year.
not count. Let's not count that one then. Let's, I guess, choose something else. I guess.
Ooh, man, I gotta really go into my
Why don't you just choose the
Rolodex
soundtrack, the Spider-Man soundtrack? Why don't you choose that?
because I think Tyler's Creator shit was better.
Yeah, but but that album alone, standing by itself, was already better.
What the
His
Metro
first
Boomin shit?
that yeah, it like Tyler Creator's album before the deluxe was better. So that the deluxe actually made it even way better. It, like threw gasoline on the fire. Like it was way
No,
better.
the Estate Sale was separate from that. It wasn't a deluxe. It was separate.
Call
It
Me
was a
If You Get
separate
Lost
project.
is no. Call Me If You Get Lost is a deluxe. You know that?
Yeah.
That's
But the Estate Sale was separate from that. It was 9 separate songs.
I don't know the way they put it on Spotify. I don't know, but
They got it all together.
yeah, they got it all together. Like it's just like Scary Hours. Like Scary Hours, they did. It's the same formula, but only difference is say so clears, but
Yeah.
But I would probably say Glorious Game by Black Thought. I thought that was underrated.
I got to listen to it.
And Set It Off. Set It Off by Offset was underrated to me as well.
Yeah, I mean, Offset shit was good. It was really good. I was
But
surprised.
Sundial, I love No Name, but she missed. She missed this year.
Mhm.
She missed.
Yeah.
Those convos of sneaking up on Rhapsody. I gotta dead those convos.
He says done, huh?
Yeah, I gotta dead those convos. I'll give her another chance, but like, gotta dead those convos.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
and
almost
would you put? Wait, what you rate Like by Ice Spice? Just curious. Oh, Rocket Power. That was another album you should have put on there. Rocket Power
That's
by
worse.
fucking Quavo. Yes.
Terrible album. Yeah, terrible.
Yeah. I that motherfucker Quavo done almost snuck through. But nah, K got your ass.
Pause.
Pause. Yes. But like, nah, Rocket Power, Kaka album.
Yeah.
Kaka album.
Yeah.
But like, what did you rate it? Because I know we probably gotta go soon. But
Yeah. So I don't know. I'll listen to it again. I'll have it ready for the next pod.
So you don't know?
After sitting through fucking Sexy Red, I'm like, can I really sit through like Ice Spice?
That's the thing, Liz. That's just our job, bro.
Yeah,
They want to
I'm
hear
sorry,
your
y'all.
perspective.
If it's some Sexy Red fans, I'm sorry. It ain't my favorite shit to listen to. That's it. That's it. But all right, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. That's the end of the pod. Y'all make sure y'all drop by the TikTok, the Lyricist Podcast. Go to the shop, cop it there. It's multiple colors there. If you go to the website, you'll see black and gray there, or I think it's black and white. So cop it. It's 30% off. Good to go. And make sure you follow the homie K on YouTube. Subscribe, follow on TikTok. And yeah, good to go, y'all. Going to the next pod. I appreciate y'all. K, you want to take us out?
Please be responsible again. Stay. Oh yeah, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy. Hopefully we see y'all before we get another episode up before the pod ended this year.
Yeah, we need K to not be so goddamn busy.
Okay. Okay.
All right, y'all. So enjoy y'all Christmas. And if we don't see you, Happy New Year. Peace.